Well, well, well. And welcome to another day in the United States of fuck this place and fuck that guy too. Boot to fucking throat today. I've got a whole lot of things to say about that cockahead cracker Klansman. Yes, indeed, the DUI at the DOD, Petey Kegsbreath, baby, who's really into rape and paying them off and having them sign an NDA. That's why he's so close to the orange guy, they say. But anyway, boot to fucking throat, Petey. I hope I make you goddamn choke. We're going to talk about all his incompetence as of late, parading around saying it's meritocracy that's come to town. Baby, not only is he putting our service members in danger in the Middle East with his unnecessary war plays and committing war crimes from the Middle East all the way to the Pacific, they say, he's also decided to fire top generals, refuse to give them promotions too, because they know he's unqualified as he can be. He can't have them looking over his fucking shoulder in the military. He also fired the chaplain too, even though he gets up there and preaches to you that this is a holy war and it's God-given rights, baby. Then why fire the chaplain? Because he could actually see it's not about a God that anybody wants to worship, but Petey. You know, hypocrisy, violence, and misogyny and racism too. Is that why you fired the chaplain? Because, well, he could outdo you when it comes to quoting the Bible, boo? Probably so. Anyway, let's get to what he did just the other day. Kegsbreath allows troops to carry personal firearms at military bases. Many shootings at military bases have involved troops bringing guns they purchased onto base grounds and opening fire on fellow service members. Baby. He even filmed a little video to promote this little move to allow service members to carry their personal firearms on military bases. He said it's your God-given right. He's wrong. He said citizenship and carrying your arms and all this other shit is your God-given right. He's wrong. Those are your constitutional rights, dear. I hate to break it to all of you who keep screaming about your God-given rights, boo. The only right your God gave you today was to drop to your knees and fucking praise him. That is the only right given to you by your God. The right to worship, said God. It's the Constitution of the United States that gives you the right to get out in the streets and speak and say what you need to say and carry a firearm to rise up against a tyrannical government. That's where that came from. Sorry, Petey, you got it wrong in every kind of way. But when it comes to the Republican crew, and you want to talk about gun violence, their solution is always to have more guns, boo. Just look what they did at our schools. Every time there's a mass shooting at a school around here, the Republican crew comes up to say, let's just give the teachers some firearms too, because they never fucking considered, baby, because they can't see beyond the nose on their goddamn face, that might not be a good idea. You see, having teachers arm themselves at schools means that if a child decides to get violent, they don't have to steal a weapon from their parent. They don't have to take to the streets and try to find a weapon, baby. The teacher already has one. It's already there. It's already in the classroom. They can overpower her, take her weapon from her, kill her, and then unload on the rest of the fucking school. But they never, ever, ever fucking considered that, boo. Because it just so happens, baby, there's a whole industry making lots of money on arming teachers, teaching them tactical things, selling tactical gear too, metal plates and backpacks, boo. It's more profitable for your children to be gunned down in a motherfucking school. And that's why it's always a solution, you see, for the Republican crew to just arm everybody. And I think it's very strange today that he wants to allow service members to have their personal arms on bases when we know that there's been a rise as of late, just like his first go-around in White House town, of bases being broken into and weapons being stolen, boo. And now that everybody can carry a weapon, I imagine, dear, that kind of shit's going to get worse around here. Isn't it? So Petey Kegsbreath is okay with our service members dying in the Middle East today, just like he's okay with them dying on their own military base. On American soil, at that. Do you know they could fix this problem right away? We banned guns on military bases, but unfortunately, even though we did, one guy got through with his personal firearm and shot up some people on a military base, boo. And that's because we need a little bit better ways to identify whether or not a gun has got onto base. But you know what Petey Kegsbreath had to say about that play? It's too expensive. It's too expensive. They couldn't possibly curb guns being brought onto military bases because it's too expensive to install that type of technology. You mean metal detectors, baby? That's so very strange because just last year in September, dear, you had a surplus in your budget of $98 billion. And you bought service members that one meal of steak and lobster, hun. And then you bought a whole bunch of iPads, too, and recliners and grand pianos, boo. Maybe you should have bought metal detectors for bases so they were safer. Too expensive. But it's not too expensive today to ask the American people to pay $1.5 trillion for your unnecessary war plays. Is it, Petey? It's not too expensive today to ask me, the taxpayer, to throw more money away so that Booger Sugar Jr., Don Jr., baby, can rake in that money selling his drones to our military. Right, Petey? This is the most incompetent son of a bitch that we have ever seen in our military, and that's saying something, dear. That is definitely saying something around here. He don't care. He does not care. Our service members are cannon fodder for him. They're just toy soldiers, and they bring them out when they need to intimidate around here. Just like they're trying to intimidate in the Middle East. The headline read today that Iran is hoping for democracy. No. It's not Iran that's asking for democracy today. It's the fatback. That's a fact. He's in over his head. They came out to tell you that they had completely decimated Iran's capabilities at air defenses. And then the next day, they shot down a fighter jet over Kuwait. They came on TV and they said it again and again and again and again. They took to the Twitter streets of the not-so-trues. They kept saying it over and over again that they had decimated Iran's Navy and air capabilities. And then yesterday, they shot down another fighter jet, baby. And that base that they attacked in Dubai the other day, oh my, you know how they did that? With their naval capabilities. So we haven't crippled them in any kind of fucking way. That's just macho talk from two idiots who are losing this war play. Yeah. But I just want to remind you one more time in this video, I hope it goes through to Petey Kegsbreath and the Red Hat crew, the only right your God has given you is to worship him. That's it. Read your fucking book that you call the good book. Open it up, take a look. See what rights were given to you by the one you worship, boo. Just the right to drop to your fucking knees and praise him. Kind of like the same right that the fatback has given you today. Yeah. Same thing. Just worship me. That's the only right you have. You don't have the right to have job stability. You don't have the right to have health care. You don't have the right to have clean air. You don't have the right to choose any fucking thing, not even a book you read here in this country. The only right you get from your orange daddy is to praise him, baby. You can take that fucking right. I'll be all right with my constitutional rights.